I still remember the sound of her voice that day, cold, clipped, and distant. "Please don't call me your daughter in front of my friends." She said, her eyes fixed on her phone instead of me. My heart froze. It wasn't the first time she had pulled away, but this time something inside me quietly broke. That was the day I realized I had lost my daughter long before I ever stopped calling her my little girl. Before continue, please subscribe our channel and like our video. My name is Mira, and I raised my daughter Elena on my own after my husband died in an accident when she was 5. We didn't have much, but I worked hard cleaning houses, sewing clothes, and saving every coin I could to give her a better life. Our home was small, just 2 rooms with peeling paint, but it was filled with laughter back then. Elena loved to draw. I still have her little sketch of me in a blue sari holding her hand in the park. She used to say, "When I grow up, I'll buy you a big house, Mama." I believed her. As the years passed, she got a scholarship to a good college. It was my proudest day. I sold my gold bangles to buy her a laptop, telling her, "You'll need this for your studies." She cried, hugged me, and promised, "I'll make you proud." And she did for a while. But success changes people in ways you don't expect. Slowly, the calls became shorter. The visits rarer, the tone colder. She started spending holidays with her friends from the city. When she did come home, she seemed embarrassed by everything: our old sofa, the smell of curry, even me. Once at a family gathering, she introduced me not as her mother, but as Mira. That night, I cried quietly into my pillow, asking myself what I had done wrong. The real wound came a few months later. Elena was working for a big company then and living in a fancy apartment. One weekend, she invited me to visit her for the first time. I was nervous but excited. I wore my best sari, brought her favorite homemade sweets, and took the bus to her city. When I arrived, she greeted me with a forced smile. Her apartment was clean and stylish: white walls, glass tables, everything I could never afford. Her roommate walked in, and Elena quickly said, "This is Mira. She's a relative, not mom, not even mother, just Mira." Her roommate smiled politely and walked away. I stood there clutching the box of sweets, pretending not to notice. That night, when I tried to ask her why, she sighed, "Mom, please. My friends think I come from a modern family. They wouldn't understand." I didn't finish my sentence. I just nodded. That was the night she stopped being my little girl and became a stranger wearing her face. After that visit, I withdrew a little. I didn't want to embarrass her again. I stopped calling her during her office hours and started sending short texts instead. Sometimes she didn't reply at all. Birthdays passed with only a message or two. She didn't visit for Diwali or my birthday that year. I still cooked her favorite lentil stew, hoping she'd walk through the door like before. But she never did. One evening, I found an old envelope with her childhood letters. They were filled with promises. "You'll never be alone, Mama." I held them close to my chest, whispering, "You lied, my child." Money became tight again. The house needed repairs. I had stopped working because of my weak knees, but I never told her. When I finally did, she said over the phone, "You should rent the house and move somewhere smaller. I can't keep sending money every month." Her tone was sharp, businesslike. I felt like a burden. The loneliness grew heavier each day. I filled my time with small routines: watering the plants, feeding stray cats, watching the sunset from the balcony. Sometimes neighbors would ask, "How's your daughter doing in the city?" I always smiled and said she's doing great, because even when she forgot me, I couldn't stop being her mother. Then one morning, a letter arrived. It wasn't from Elena. It was from a lawyer in her city. My hands trembled as I opened it. Inside was a formal notice. "We inform you that your daughter Elena has listed you as her dependent for property verification. Please confirm your identity." Dependent. That word stung more than any insult. I called her confused and hurt. She didn't pick up. Later, she texted Mom, "It's just paperwork. Don't make it a big deal." That night, I couldn't sleep. I stared at her old drawings on the wall and thought, when did love become paperwork? A week later, another envelope arrived, this time handwritten. I almost didn't open it. But something told me to. It wasn't from the lawyer this time. It was from Elena. The first line made my heart stop. "Mom, if you're reading this, something has happened." I sat down slowly, every word blurring before my eyes. Elena explained that she had been in an accident, a minor one, but it had made her realize how far she'd drifted. "When I was in the hospital," she wrote, "no one came to see me. I kept thinking about you, about how I once told you not to call me your daughter. I don't know why I said that, Mom. I thought success meant cutting ties with my past. But I see now you were never my past. You were my foundation." Tears ran down my cheeks, wetting the paper. "I've left something for you." The letter continued. "Inside the second envelope is a key. It's for a small apartment near my office. I want you to move here. I want to take care of you now, Mom." I found the key taped to the last page. For a long time, I just stared at it, unsure whether to laugh or cry. After years of silence and pride, my daughter had finally reached out. But I didn't rush. I waited a few weeks, letting my heart calm down. Then one morning, I packed a small bag, just clothes, her drawings, and that letter, and took the train. When I arrived at her apartment, she was standing at the gate, her arm in a sling, tears in her eyes. She ran to me, calling out, "Mom," the word echoing through the street like music. For a moment, time stopped. All the years of pain dissolved in that single word. She hugged me tightly, whispering, "I'm sorry. I was so ashamed of where I came from. I thought success would make me free, but it only made me empty." I held her and said softly, "We all lose our way sometimes, my child. What matters is that you found your way back." We spent the evening cooking together. The smell of lentils filled her modern kitchen, mixing the past and present into something new. She laughed, really laughed, for the first time in years, and as she served me dinner, she said, "Welcome home, Mom." Months passed. We live together now. She still works hard, but she never forgets to say Mom before she leaves for the office. Sometimes I still see the little girl who used to draw me under the mango tree, and I realize love may bend, but it never truly breaks. We can lose each other in life's noise, but the bond between a mother and child always finds its way home. Moral: true success isn't about leaving our roots behind. It's about remembering who watered them in the first place.